our headlines, budget is rooted in requests made by our people, says Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu. New Opportunity Corps to be restructured, and GTI graduates 793 students. Stay tuned for the details of these and more.
Do you know what the national budget is?
The national budget is a public record of the government's financial plans. It identifies financial goals of the government and the amount of money needed to achieve those goals during a 12-month period.
The national budget also tells the story of how the country's resources are being used and whether our decision makers are securing a good future for all citizens. It also reveals what the government sees as priority.
As citizens, you may or may not agree with those priorities, but understanding what government's decisions and plans are for the year ahead will allow you to ask questions and hold the government accountable, as is your duty. The budget is everyone's business. Get involved now.
A message from the Ministry of Finance.
And now for the details. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu says the Budget 2018 has something for everyone. In his presentation on Budget 2018 to the National Assembly, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu said budgetary measures were rooted in all the requests made by the people across the country.
This budget has something for everyone. This budget has social content. It is rooted in communities. It is rooted in our schools, in our medical facilities, in our institutions that provide security for our nation. It is rooted in all the requests made by our people on the coast and the interior for attention to their needs.
In addition, Prime Minister Nagamutu said the claims of the opposition on Budget 2018 contains nothing for the ordinary man are untrue.
It couldn't be that no one would benefit in the rice cultivation sector with 40 new pumps that would be able to irrigate 50,000 acres of rice lands. It couldn't be that the young people of this country wouldn't benefit from the $1.7 billion for youth programs, $600 million for medical equipment, $160 million to rehab Vreeden Hoop and Stabroek Stellings, that the commuters and the vendors would not benefit. It couldn't be that no one would benefit from the additional $6.3 billion that will go in support for Gaisuco, for the sugar industry.
Today marks the final day for debates of the 2017-2018 budget. The National Assembly will begin their consideration of estimates on Monday, December 11. Tiffany Rogers tells us that the Minister of Natural Resources said an article in today's local newspapers is an attempt to embarrass the government.
The newspapers published a correspondence from the Finance Secretary to the Bank of Guyana Governor requesting the opening of an account for the signing bonus it received from ExxonMobil. Minister Raphael Trotman said the publication of the letter was a deliberate attempt to humiliate the government.
They meant evil by releasing this letter, which is a standard letter, but the Lord meant it for good.
The minister assured that there is no ill intent behind the non-disclosure of the details of its agreement with oil giant Exxon.
Nothing that this government has done yesterday, today, and will do in the future is done except to preserve the lives of the people of Guyana.
In fact, the government has committed to full disclosure of the contract between itself and Exxon and its partners.
When it is revealed, it will be seen that this contract is no different to any one that has been inked and signed by the previous administration, and I believe that many are going to be disappointed because they believe that something was hidden.
The full contract will be released this very month, Minister Trotman assured the National Assembly. Since taking office, the government had renegotiated its contract with Exxon for an increase in royalties from 1% to 2%.
We have now secured a 2% royalty on the gross, which will give this country $380 million at today's prices per annum, US dollars.
Other details in the revised contract includes an increase in the annual licensing fees from US $250,000 to US $1 million. $300,000 annually for capacity building and training, and $300,000 for corporate social responsibility projects, a portion of which has already been given to the hurricane relief efforts. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon is confident that Guyana's Green State Development Strategy is in good hands. Alexis Rodney brings us that report.
While addressing the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission's Vision and Retreat at the impeccable Banquet Hall Brickdam earlier today, Minister Harmon sought to re-emphasize the need to champion the cause for climate change in Guyana. He said the world sees Guyana as the ideal place for championing this cause, and citizens must see themselves in the same vein.
I'm very pleased, I'm very happy that all of these things are happening at this time when Our Excellency President David Granger just returned this morning from Kenya, where he was the featured speaker at the United Nations Environment Activity. But I believe some persons who now see the trajectory to which Our Excellency is going in relation to green growth and the green state, that are becoming very nervous about their own importance in that environment.
According to Minister Harmon, the government also envisages Guyana to be a leader in the international movement to combat climate change by placing the country's ecological resources at the service of humanity.
Our Green State Development Strategy is in good hands. People all around the world are recognizing us for who we are and what we are.
Meanwhile, the Minister of State said that the role of the Lands and Surveys Commission in helping Guyana to meet its goals provides certain challenges. According to him, the country's history, its demographic and geographic disposition, and economic circumstances present several challenges which must be addressed if the government's vision for Guyana is realized. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
In our next story, we hear that the Ministry of Social Cohesion's final sensitization and awareness outreach for the year attracted the largest number of participants to date. Close to 150 participants attended the outreach for the year in Kabukali, Muruka Subdistrict, Region 1. Sharon Patterson, Program Coordinator for the Ministry of Social Cohesion, thanked those attending and noted that their presence shows an eagerness to learn the vision and mission of the ministry.
It's about how we work with individuals as well as communities in order to bring Guyanese together to work for the common good.
District Education Officer Cleaver Joseph underscored that all residents have a duty to assist in implementing the ministry's 5-year strategic plan, which will boost development in their communities.
You have to work towards making a positive development to your community, to your sub-district, for your country, and also into the world. Now you are the stakeholders. They invited you so that you well know when you're going home, you're not going to be the same person. It is telling us that we have to work to achieve one common goal, and which means whatever we have to do, we must do it with togetherness.
Those who participated in the outreach were from communities such as Santa Rosa, Asakata, Chinese Landing, Waramuri, Santa Cruz, and Cariabo, among others. The Ministry of Social Cohesion has hosted the sensitization and awareness outreaches throughout the year in an effort to underscore to Guyanese the need to unite to address the issues that affect them. The program and day-to-day management of the New Opportunity Corps NOC in Underneming Essequibo will be upgraded in 2018. More from Delicia Haynes.
Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Social Protection, Laureen Beard, outlined the plans for the restructuring of the institution at its annual Christmas luncheon yesterday.
In 2018, we will seek to consider the NOC as a place and process to create career opportunities through technical vocational training. As such, the New Opportunity Corps will provide a 2-year program that will provide the juveniles with the knowledge and skills to become functional citizens.
The PS said that upon completion of the course, each juvenile will be awarded a certificate allowing them entrance into any government learning institution where they can further broaden their skills and secure employment based on those skills acquired.
It is also a place to which they are not, and I repeat it, they are not expected to return. It is also a place where they should learn that all is not lost.
This view was further reiterated by the Director of Social Services attached to the Ministry of Social Protection, Wentworth Tanner.
We want when you leave this facility and you are reintegrated in society that you come out a completely different person, a much better person than you came into the facility as.
Students at the NOC are currently involved in technical vocational skills training, some of which were on display at the luncheon. These included the produce and finished work of joinery and woodwork, handicraft, farming and agricultural practices, electrical engineering, and welding and fabrication. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
A counseling and gender tent initiative was held today aimed at providing a safe environment that allows young people to explore and understand their feelings, thoughts, and emotions. More from Crystal Starr.
The Ministry of Social Cohesion, through the President's Youth Award event coordinator Shannon Day, explained that the activity was facilitated to better equip adolescents to deal with the changes they are facing in their physical, social, and emotional development.
Today's activity came a bit late, but at the right time. We realize with our young people and their caregivers, there's a lot of conflict as it pertains to understanding each other, and understanding the way adults think, understanding the way young people or adolescents think.
They explained that the day's activities help by providing supportive and non-judgmental counselors to sit with the youths in one-on-one discussions about whatever problems they may be having, whether it's depression and mental health concerns or issues with parents or people at school.
At the end of the day's activities, we're really hoping that we change lives and we change the understanding of how persons view counseling. Counselors are here to help you make life decisions.
The event was attended by members of the Guyana Police Force, Guyana Responsible Parenthood Association, and students of the Indigenous Scholarship Program, to name a few. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
And in our final report, 793 students have graduated from the halls of the Government Technical Institute, GTI, certified in several disciplines. Tiffany joins us again.
Dr. Nigel Graves Zandi, the registrar at the University of Guyana, reminded the students of the pivotal role they have to play in developing Guyana in its keynote address.
It cannot be overemphasized that technical education is the engine for economic growth. No nation can fight a war without an army. In the same token, Guyana cannot develop without a well-equipped technical and vocational institution that is adequately resourced and financed, and that institution is the Government Technical Institution.
Valedictorial Haridas Shah, who received a diploma in mechanical engineering, advised his fellow graduates that they were just embarking on their life's journey.
This is not the end, it's just the beginning of our life. Some of you will go on into the world of work and become professionals in your own field. Some of you will go on to pursue a higher level of education. Whatever your dreams and goals are, I wish you all the very best, and may you be successful in whatever decision you have made in the future.
Vice Chancellor of the University of Guyana, Professor Ivelaw Griffith, charged the students to be honest, to have respect, to never be satisfied with mediocrity, and to make excellence a habit. The 66th GTI Graduation saw students being awarded in the disciplines of electrical and mechanical engineering, computer science, land surveying, civil engineering, and office administration, among others. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
That's InfoHub for today, but before we go, we encourage you to pick up a copy of our budget bulletin from a newsstand near you, or read a digital copy on our website, where you can also follow us for more news there and on social media. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.